Japan trusted Mari Ishida with one of the most dangerous missions in human history. So why does solo leveling barely tell us who she was? Mari Ishida wasn't just another hunter standing in the background. The official canon confirms she was one of Japan's S-rank hunters, placing her among the strongest humans of her generation. Yet, when we compare the light novel, the manhwa, the anime, and even solo leveling Ragnarok, an unusual pattern begins to appear. The more we look for Mari's story, the less the canon actually tells us. And that raises a bigger question. Was Mari Ishida simply an underdeveloped side character, or was she serving a purpose that most fans never noticed? Before Jeju Island, an S-rank hunter represented the highest level of power humanity could measure. Nations didn't just rely on them, they built entire defense strategies around them. Japan was one of the few countries capable of assembling multiple S-rank hunters into a single operation, and Mari Ishida was trusted to stand among them. That decision alone tells us something important. Whatever her past looked like, she had already proven herself long before the audience ever met her. But this is where the mystery begins. The official canon never shows how Mari became an S-rank hunter. We never see her awakening. We never learn which gates she conquered. We never witness the battles that earned her reputation. By the time she appears in the story, every achievement that made her one of Japan's elite has already happened off-screen. At first, that feels like missing information, but once we compare Mari with the rest of Japan's S-rank team, another possibility begins to emerge. Kenzo Tanaka, Minoru Hoshino, Kei, Tatsumi Fujishima, several of Japan's elite hunters share the same pattern. Their names are confirmed, their rank is confirmed, their participation in the Jeju Island Raid is confirmed, but their personal histories remain almost completely unexplored across the light novel, the manhwa, the anime, and even solo leveling Ragnarok. That doesn't necessarily mean the story forgot them. It may reveal something about how solo leveling chooses to tell its story. Unlike Sung Jin-woo, whose entire journey unfolds in front of the audience, the Japanese S-rank hunters enter the narrative after their greatest achievements have already happened. The story never asks us to follow their rise. Instead, it places them at the peak of human strength, just before that definition of strength is completely shattered. And Jeju Island is where everything changes. Many fans remember the raid as the moment Sung Jin-woo proved he had surpassed every other hunter. But before Jin-woo ever arrived, the raid had already delivered another message. Humanity had placed its faith in the strongest hunters it could produce, and that still wasn't enough. Mari Ishida wasn't introduced to become the hero of Jeju Island. She was introduced to represent the highest level humanity believed it could reach. The Ant King existed to prove that humanity had underestimated what was waiting inside the gates. That idea remains consistent across every official adaptation. The light novel spends more time establishing the scale of the operation. The manhwa emphasizes the overwhelming difference in power through its visuals. The anime increases the pace and intensity of the battle, but none of them expand Mari Ishida's personal history. Her role remains remarkably consistent. And even solo leveling Ragnarok doesn't rewrite her legacy. Her story remains exactly where it ended. Not because the canon tells us she wasn't important, but because her importance was never about her past. It was about what her presence revealed. Mari Ishida stood among the strongest hunters Japan could offer, yet her generation became the last generation that believed an S-rank hunter represented the pinnacle of human power. After Jeju Island, that belief could never exist again. So perhaps the real mystery was never who was Mari Ishida. Perhaps the better question is what was the story trying to show us through her? The official canon never gives us every answer, but it gives us enough pieces to see the pattern. Mari Ishida wasn't forgotten because she lacked strength. She was overshadowed because solo leveling was preparing the audience for a world where even humanity's greatest heroes would no longer define the limits of power. If you're enjoying these deep dives into solo leveling's hidden canon, forgotten hunters, and untold stories, subscribe to Quickflicks Asia. We're continuing through every Japanese S-rank hunter, national level hunter, monarch, ruler, and the hidden lore connecting the light novel, the manhwa, the anime, and solo leveling Ragnarok to separate canon from myth and reveal the stories most fans never hear.